Welcome back to the True Crime Alley, where today we delve into the tragic story of Keeley Bunker. What unfolded in this case was a disturbing betrayal that ended the life of a young woman who never saw the danger lurking within her circle of trust. Born on September 7, 1999, Keeley's promising life was abruptly cut short before her 20th birthday in September 2019. Known for her vibrant spirit and determination, Keeley was a beloved sister and daughter until the unthinkable shattered her world. Keeley's ambitions led her to pursue a career in education, with hopes of becoming a teacher. However, her promising future took a dark turn when she encountered Wesley Street, a childhood friend with whom she shared a long-standing acquaintance. Despite not being particularly close, Keeley extended an invitation to Wesley to join her birthday celebration following a concert at the O2 Arena on September 18, 2019. This decision would prove fatal. Wesley's actions that night would shatter the lives of Keeley and her loved ones, leaving behind a community in shock and mourning. On the day of the concert, Keeley and her close friend Monique Regan rendezvoused with Wesley at the New Street station in Birmingham. Following the event, the trio proceeded to a nightclub, reveling until the early hours of the morning. Eventually, they hailed a taxi back to Tamworth, where Keeley resided within walking distance of their drop-off point. Concerned for Keeley's safety, Monique urged her to spend the night, but Keeley, determined not to miss her scheduled job interview the following day, reassured her friend, stating, "I've got Wes, he'll walk me back, it'll be fine." Little did Monique know those would be the last words she'd hear from Keeley. The next day, as Keeley failed to arrive for her interview and remained unreachable to friends and family, growing apprehension led her father to file a missing persons report by 5:30 p.m. Subsequent inquiries revealed Wesley as the last individual to have seen her. Consequently, he was promptly brought in for questioning by law enforcement. During interrogation, Wesley asserted that he and Keeley had parted ways near a telephone box close to his residence, with Keeley intending to complete the remainder of her journey alone. To aid the investigation, officers requested Wesley to guide them to the precise location, a gesture for which they expressed gratitude before releasing him. However, at 9 p.m, Keeley's uncle, Jason Brown, stumbled upon a chilling discovery. He found Keeley's lifeless body submerged in a pond within Wigginton Park in Tamworth. Her clothing had been removed, and telltale marks around her neck suggested a grim end. She had been strangled to death. With Keeley's tragic demise, suspicion immediately fell upon Wesley, marking him as the primary suspect. Subsequently, law enforcement detained Wesley for further questioning, initiating a critical phase in the investigation.
It's not what you want, is to be back in the police car.
I just feel like I'm getting the blame.
No one's blaming you.
You said when I was at the house that all I needed to do was speak to the officer, and then I could go and look for Keeley, and then you take my phone off.
But as my colleague said, at the minute, there's a lot of people involved in what's happening, of which we're PCs, and there are people who are a lot higher up than us who are making decisions.
I don't. Cause now, when you say you're going to take my phone, now I feel like you're blaming me.
No, we haven't blamed, mate. We haven't once since we've been sat in this car. I think your dad can vouch. We haven't once blamed you for anything. All we've done, we've been told by our bosses that we need to take us on the to take on the scene. Where it's gone, the route. So have a drive the route, and we are literally just following those instructions. And I know you've got a lot of questions. And I know your parents have probably got a lot of questions. But and I think it's it's obvious when I say that we've been with you, so I can't answer those questions because we've been sat in the car.
Yeah. They have to do what they're told, and from the police side, they've got like a tick sheet. They have to make sure that there isn't anything on your phone. Yeah. And they have to kind of cross you out.
Yeah, okay. So
this isn't just for the sake of it. They've obviously done it for a reason, and it's to help. So
that's all we want to do. We want to help.
And it's scary, and they understand that it's scary. Okay.
Yeah. I just don't want them to go through my Google.
No, they're not worried about that.
Don't worry about it.
It's the girl, Wes.
Yeah.
But Wes, all we're going to look for on your phone is going to be things that relate to you and her, right? We don't care about your Google. Yeah. We're not allowed to look for stuff like that because ultimately we don't need to do it.
Literally,
because it has to be transparent, mate. That's all it is.
Despite Wesley's insistence that he had left Keeley unharmed at the telephone box, mounting evidence painted a starkly different picture. Examination of his mobile phone's GPS data revealed a troubling pattern. Wesley had visited the location of the murder no less than 7 times on that fateful day. His attempts to maintain his innocence faltered further when CCTV footage captured him and Keeley together near Tamworth Rugby Club, contradicting the timeline he had provided. The damning discoveries continued to mount as Wesley's bank card and jacket were discovered within the confines of the park, where Keeley's life had been tragically cut short. Moreover, a post-mortem examination of Keeley unveiled Wesley's DNA, providing irrefutable evidence linking him to the crime. Armed with this compelling evidence, authorities charged Wesley with the heinous crimes of SA and murder, marking a pivotal moment in the pursuit of justice for Keeley. During the initial phases of the trial, Wesley adamantly maintained his innocence, attributing any discrepancies in his account to intoxication. He claimed to have left Keeley in good spirits, despite his hazy recollection of the night's events due to alcohol consumption. However, as the trial progressed, Wesley's narrative took a dramatic turn. He shifted his stance, alleging that Keeley's death had been the result of a tragic accident during consensual activity in the park. According to his revised testimony, Keeley had flirted with him, leading to an impromptu rendezvous in the park. When questioned about his failure to disclose the truth earlier, Wesley cited feelings of embarrassment and fear, confessing, "I didn't know how to face the truth or explain to others what had transpired. The thought of confronting the police, my family, and Keeley's loved ones filled me with overwhelming dread." Despite Wesley's attempts to portray himself as a victim of circumstance, the prosecution's evidence painted a starkly different reality. During their journey home, Wesley manipulated Keeley into accompanying him towards the rugby club near the park, under the guise of taking a smoke break. However, upon reaching the park, Wesley's intentions took a sinister turn as he assaulted Keeley while she struggled desperately for freedom. Wesley's claims of a moment of passion leading to Keeley's death were swiftly debunked by forensic evidence, which indicated that the process of strangulation would have taken significantly longer than a mere few seconds. Subsequently, Wesley callously disposed of Keeley's body in the nearby pond, concealing it with branches before returning home. The evidence presented to the jurors left little doubt regarding Wesley's guilt, paving the way for an inevitable conviction. Yet, before the sentencing date arrived, further chilling revelations about Wesley's predatory nature emerged. As details of the trial circulated in the media, it inadvertently triggered a response from women who had fallen victim to Wesley's past assaults. Though investigations hinted at the possibility of additional victims, only these 3 courageous individuals stepped forward to share their harrowing experiences. One recounted her struggle to overcome the trauma inflicted upon her, while another admitted to harboring deep shame and fear, prior to Keeley's case inspiring her to break her silence. The collective testimonies of these survivors painted a damning portrait of Wesley's predatory behavior, cementing his status as a dangerous offender deserving of the full weight of justice. Hannah Sidaway, the lead prosecutor, characterized Wesley's actions as emblematic of a disturbing pattern of behavior rather than an isolated incident. Hannah highlighted the disarming nature of his innocent facade, which often lulled his victims into a false sense of security. Reports indicated that his victims were typically individuals within his social circle, either friends or acquaintances, highlighting the insidious nature of his crimes. Ultimately, Wesley received a sentence of 30 years in prison without the possibility of parole. Keeley's family spoke of their enduring pain and their inability to find closure or forgiveness for Wesley's actions. The tragic fate of Keeley serves as a sobering reminder that appearances can be deceiving and individuals may harbour dark intentions beneath a friendly exterior. As we conclude this week's video, we urge our viewers to remain vigilant and prioritise their safety in all situations, as those who may appear to be protectors can sometimes reveal themselves to be predators. If you found this content informative, please consider liking and subscribing to support our channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe.